right, so funny story. Just got a new Jeep. So I've been rocking the Jeep for, gosh, almost 5 years now. I had a Jeep Willys or Willys, however you want to pronounce it, and loved it. It's actually a lease, and on the lease, I ended up going from 33 tires to 35. I got a new grill, new side steps, lots of those little mods you do when you get your first Jeep. Ended up buying it out of the lease, and then just traded it in. It needed some work, and it was actually a good time for me to trade it in. So traded in my 2019 Willys for the same color, granite crystal metallic, 2025 Jeep Rubicon. I didn't get the Rubicon X, but I'm modifying it so it's close to a Rubicon X. So I already went from 33-inch tires to 35. What else? Put on side steps, and I'm not very handy at all. And I decided against the how do I say this? I wanted a steel bumper, and so I went to a local Jeep shop, and they recommended a steel bumper to me, and I was like, cool, that sounds good. I ended up buying a different one that I liked the look and stylings of. So after I spent hours taking off the other plastic bumper, which is not supposed to take that long, but I'm not very mechanically inclined. So it took me a while to take off, put on the new one by myself, was super proud of myself, got 2 lights to put on, so I went up to the local Jeep shop to help get this put on, and he pointed out that the bumper that I got does not protect my electronic sway bar disconnect. And he said, with it being fully exposed, if you end up going off-roading and you hit that, it's going to cost about $2,500 to replace. So, swallowed my pride. And the funny thing is, he said, most of the time when I have people come in here and they're impatient Jeep owners, usually they're the blue Jeeps or the white Jeeps. I don't really usually see it on your color Jeep, which I've got like the granite crystal metallic. So I told him to give me one more chance before he put me in the blue and white Jeep category. So I owned my mistake, and I ended up ordering the correct bumper. And wow, that sun is bright. You can really see that right in my eyeballs. Woo! I don't think that worked for me switching the camera around. Anyway, I ordered the right one, and while I was at it, I went ahead and threw on a worn winch so I can be fully set up. I don't plan on just being a mall crawler on this thing. Yes, I do use it to take my daughter to school and go to work and go to my F3 workouts and drive to trail runs that are a little bit off-road. I also plan on doing some fun camping with my son, taking us on some off-road trails. Nothing too extreme, but I want to enjoy it. So I am on my way right now to get the correct bumper installed by the professionals, and the winch installed by the professionals, and the lights set up by the professionals. So I've got this big box in the back of my Jeep. I've got to return my other steel bumper, somehow get that over to like FedEx today in this box, and it's going to be an adventure. But all that to say, I learned my lesson of trust the experts. Although Jeeps are really fun to work on, and it felt nice to be able to do something to my vehicle, even though I'm again not super mechanical. The fact that I was able to do it, I just did the wrong one. So now I'm going to have the professionals do the right one. So I'm just about 3 minutes away, and I'll document part of the journey as we get the correct one put on. I'll show you what I currently had, and then I'll show you what the new look is going to look like. And the sad part too, not sad, I'm very blessed by this, is we're driving to Colorado tomorrow. We're taking my wife's large car for a family trip. And so I'm getting all this new stuff to my Jeep, and then I'm leaving it behind for a week. So when I get back, we'll be fresh and ready for some adventures. I'll get a few minutes with it today, hopefully with the new setup. And I'm excited these guys are taking care of me. They're called, Off-Road. Oh my gosh. What is the name of this place I'm going? So I'm local. It's Dallas, Fort Worth. It's called Redemption Off-Road, and they're really cool guys. So Wayne is the owner over here. Super nice guy. And I'm learning how to trust the experts. Because you know what? Just like you, I'm sure, whatever line of work that you're in, you want people to trust you as the experts and not just go off on their own and then have you come fix their mistakes. I learned that the hard way. I want people to trust me for the stuff that I do in my business with marketing and ads and helping get results. And I am taking that out of my own playbook now. I'm learning the lesson of trusting the experts. So we're about to pull up here. I'll show you what I currently have and document part of this process. All right, so we just got here. I'm going to show you some of these Jeeps over here. They are pretty sweet. So this is Redemption Off-Road. This is my Jeep right now. So let's take a look at what I currently have. So you can see the lights I put on wrong because they're way too high. This is the exposed electronic sway bar disconnect that we're going to fix. So this is what I currently have. And look at all these sweet Jeeps over here. Nice 392 V8 with the Warn winch. There's some really sweet Jeeps out here. So mine is still kind of the newer baby Jeep, but we are going to get it looking good here pretty soon. So just got the call that my Jeep is ready. I've been Ubering to work. Well, first I was trying to Uber to work and the train got stuck. So I had to Uber to Starbucks, Uber from there to work, and then Uber from work back to my house here. And then as soon as I got home, I got the note or the message from Redemption Off-Road that my Jeep was done. So now I've got to Uber back from home to Redemption Off-Road, then drive back here, then take my dog to the place that's going to dog sit, and then go to my brother's for barbecue, and then leave at 4 a.m. tomorrow for Colorado. So super busy afternoon and night, and my Uber's pulling up, so can't wait to go see the Jeep. All right, just got here. Let's check this thing out. Oh, it's beautiful, look at that. So we got the winch, we got the bumper, we got the lights installed. It is looking pretty good, I'm happy. All right, we've got the Jeep back home. Let's take a little closer look. I kind of did a flyby when I first got there because I had to head home quick. So let's take a look, see what these lights look like turned on. Get a closer look at the bumper and the Warn winch and the light setup. So here we've got all the lights on. We've got protection underneath now, which is the issue from last time. We didn't have protection for the electronic disconnect sway bar. We've got the fog lights, part of the bumper. And then we've got these highway safe lights that turned out really cool. So that's connected to an auxiliary switch. And I did have an ARB bumper on here, but it didn't have the protection down below. So that's why we had to switch it out here to this Smitty-built XRC. So we've got the Baja Designs Highway Safe SAE lights. We've got the Smitty-built XRC2 steel bumper. And then we've got this Warn winch. And the Warn winch, so we get in here is the VR10 Evo S or VR10S Evo. 10,000 pounds, more than enough. So really kind of completes the look and is going to be great for doing some recovery if I'm ever out on the trail alone. And it is all set up. So now we've got the 35-inch tires. We've got like a half-inch spacer that just kind of popped them out to the side a little bit. And we've got the front updates. And then I also got this little step rail, which looks a little bit sideways. I don't know if it's selected on purpose. I read some reviews. Looks a little bit bent. But I think we've got a pretty good look going on here. Very happy with it. After some trial and error, I think we got it right.